Hey friends, Dave here again. Wouldn't it be great if all our customers acted in this linear fashion, right? Then what we could do is we could build these perfect little automated series of emails that email number one, email number two, email number three, right? We know these things work and they work well, but they don't live up to the point where we want them to do, which is this ideal situation of where we're treating each customer as an individual. And as I mentioned before, this is really something that's difficult to do manually, just because again, we don't have the time because you're wearing many hats, you've got these other things to do, other fires to put out in your business, for example, and you don't have the time to sit around and really dig into the data, make sense of it, and then act at that precise moment when somebody should receive a particular message. And so, when you start adding to this level or start thinking in this way, instead of creating these lists of people and blasting those lists in this linear fashion, what you can do when you add this element of AI, predictive analytics, and automation, right? What you can do is you can start to serve up the right messages based on the actions and what is being predicted as the next best possible message for them. And so you can serve, right, whether it's the promotional and non-promotional emails, things like product recommendations, or maybe there's a price drop or a new arrival or something that makes sense, information about maybe something's back in stock, right? Whatever the case may be, you're being able to facilitate sending messages between promotional and non-promotional based on the information that you learn about the individual contact, right? So using all that data that you have, and you're able to do that with less time investment because it's processing things at a very high level. And so this is really where we get to this point where, I mentioned this idea of playing chess versus playing checkers, right? The difference here in how you're approaching this is instead of creating the lists of people, you're creating, basically assembling the pieces or the plays that would go into the types of messages for people at a certain point along their path, right? And so you have all of these different things, and then you have this one person in the middle here, and that person does this, and then it's saying, the right play in response to that is this one, and I'm going to send this to that person, right? Or person two comes in and does this, and then this is the right play for that person. And so you're getting to this point where you're playing chess instead of checkers, right? It's not just a series of simple moves that you're making. You're actually happening, much faster than you can process just these more advanced things that allow you to say like, all right, I've got all these things. I'm going to send the right one to the right person, at the right time, right? And so this is where things get really cool. And that's how that all starts to work. So really, if your customers acted in that linear fashion, this would be a moot point, right? But because they don't, this is, again, where you've got more opportunity to uncover sales in a way that you have never done before. We'll talk a little bit more about this in another video, but I wanted to share that with you here today. Let me know what you think. Thanks.